Hey everyone, I'm Emma, and welcome back to Speak English Daily. Here is something that happens to almost every English learner, even the good ones. Someone asks you something in English. You understood the question. You know the answer. You open your mouth, and then you stop. Not because your English is bad, not because you don't have the words, because nobody ever taught you what to do when your brain runs out of next. Every class teaches you vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, how to start a sentence. Nobody teaches you what to do in the middle of one. That moment of silence, that freeze, is not a language problem. It is a flow problem. And today, we fix it. Not with more vocabulary, not with grammar rules, with 3 tools that fluent speakers use automatically every single day to keep talking when they don't know what comes next. Let's go. Quick note before we start. If this is your first time here, welcome. Genuinely, this video is a complete standalone practice session. You can jump in right here and get the full benefit. Everything you need is in this video. The full playlist and schedule are in the pinned comment below whenever you are ready for the full journey. For everyone coming from day 16, you can already start fast. Today, we make sure you don't stop once you've started. Here is the reframe. Fluency is not about perfect sentences. It is about continuous speaking. Think about any language you are already fluent in. When you speak it, do you stop and think before every word? No, you speak. And if you can't find the perfect word, you find a different one. You describe around it. You repeat yourself slightly. You keep going. That continuity, that is what sounds fluent. Today, I am going to give you 3 tools, 3 techniques that fluent speakers use, often without even knowing it, to keep speaking when they don't know what comes next. Tool 1, repeat. Say the same idea again, slightly differently. Tool 2, add. Throw in one more small detail. Tool 3, extend. Take the idea one step further. Simple, but powerful. Let's train them. Level 1, 3 seconds of continuous speaking after each question. 3 seconds is not long, but it is enough to break the stop habit. The goal is simple. Once your mouth opens, it does not close until 3 seconds are up. Simple words are fine. Repeated words are fine. Imperfect sentences are fine. The only thing that is not fine is silence. That's it. No stopping. That is the only goal for now. What did you do today? I went to work, and then I came home and just relaxed a bit. Just add one more thing. Say it again. Same flow, smoother this time. I went to work, and then I came home and just relaxed a bit. I went to work, and then I came home and just relaxed a bit. And then keeps you going. Use it whenever you want to stop. How are you feeling today? Pretty good, a little tired, but overall, it's fine. Add one more true thing. Say it again, same flow, smoother this time. Pretty good, a little tired, but overall, it's fine. pretty good. A little tired, but overall, it's fine. 3 beats. That's all you need. Good 3-second. No stop. That is the skill. What are you doing later? Not much. Probably just staying home. Maybe watch something. Maybe opens a door without committing. Use it. Say it again. Same flow, smoother this time. Not much. Probably just staying home. Maybe watch something. Not much. Probably just staying home. Maybe watch something. Probably and maybe buy you time and keep the flow alive. Did you have a good morning? Yeah, it was okay. A bit slow to start, but I got into it eventually. Take it one step further. Say it again. Same flow, smoother this time. Yeah, it was okay. A bit slow to start, but I got into it eventually. Yeah, it was okay. A bit slow to start, but I got into it eventually. Honest start, then one step further. That's the extend. 4 questions, 4 3-second flows. Good. That was real. Now let's go further. Level 2, 5 seconds. The same 3 tools, but now we push further. When you feel the urge to stop, use one of the tools. Repeat a key word. Add one more idea. Take the thought one step further. The model answers show you how. Each one uses at least 2 tools. How was your weekend? It was pretty good. I stayed home mostly, just watched something and relaxed. It was exactly what I needed. Try it yourself. Extend this answer one step further with your own words. Full version. Say it all the way through. It was pretty good. I stayed home mostly, just watched something and relaxed. It was exactly what I needed. It was pretty good. I stayed home mostly, just watched something and relaxed. It was exactly what I needed. Add a short, honest feeling at the end. I needed that. Simple, real, natural. Tell me about your week. It was a pretty full week. Lots of work, maybe a few meetings, and I was quite tired by the end of it. But I got through everything. Try it yourself. Extend this answer one step further with your own words. Soul version. Say it all the way through. It was a pretty full week. Lots of work, maybe a few meetings, and I was quite tired by the end of it. But I got through everything. It was a pretty full week. Lots of work, maybe a few meetings, and I was quite tired by the end of it. But I got through everything. Five short beats, each connected to the last. Good. 5 seconds, 2 tools used. That is the flow. What do you do in your free time? Not a huge amount, honestly. I like watching things. Sometimes I go out, but mostly I just like to stay home and relax. Try it yourself. Extend this answer one step further with your own words. Full version. Say it all the way through. Not a huge amount, honestly. I like watching things. Sometimes I go out, but mostly I just like to stay home and relax. Not a huge amount, honestly. I like watching things. Sometimes I go out, but mostly I just like to stay home and relax. One honest detail makes the whole answer feel real. How are you finding things at the moment? Pretty good overall. Busy, of course. But that's just life right now, and I'm okay with that. Try it yourself. Extend this answer one step further with your own words. Full version. Say it all the way through. Pretty good overall. Busy, of course, but that's just life right now, and I'm okay with that. Pretty good overall. Busy, of course, but that's just life right now, and I'm okay with that. That's just how things are right now. Natural, honest, keeps you going. 4 5-second flows, each one kept going. Feel that? That's the flow. Now we push to 10. Level 3, 10 seconds. No coaching after your answer. This is the real thing. I ask, you talk for 10 seconds. Use all 3 tools whenever you need them. Simple is fine. Repetitive is fine. Imperfect is fine. The only rule, keep talking. Tell me about your day. It was pretty busy, actually. I had a lot to do. Meetings in the morning. And then some work in the afternoon, and I'm only just finishing now. But yeah, it was a good day overall. Seven beats. Simple connectors. Everything kept moving. 10 seconds. No stop. That is what fluency feels like. How do you feel about your English right now? Honestly, I think it's getting better. I notice I'm more comfortable than I used to be. I still make mistakes, of course, but I keep going. And I think that's the most important thing. Just keeping going. Repeating I think twice is not a mistake. It is a fluency tool. What's something you're looking forward to? That's a good question. Probably just the weekend, honestly. I have a few things I want to do. Nothing major. Maybe see some friends or just relax at home. Either way, it'll be good to have some free time. That's a good question. Buys 1 second. Then keep building. Tell me something about yourself. Sure. So I've been learning English for a while now, and I've been using this series to practice. I think I'm making progress. I try to practice every day, and honestly, I enjoy it more than I thought I would, and it feels more like talking than studying now. The most personal answer yet. That genuineness, that is real English. 4 10-second flows. Everyone kept going. Stop for a second. You are not repeating sentences anymore. You are speaking. Now, the keep going round, day 17 signature section. I give you a topic, you talk, and you keep talking until I tell you to stop. No perfect answers, no planning, no waiting. Just keep going. When you run out of ideas, use the tools. Repeat. Say the same idea in slightly different words. Add. Throw in one more small true detail. Extend. Take the thought one step further. Ready? 3 topics, no stopping. Tell me about your morning. So, this morning, I got up and had some coffee. It was pretty quiet, actually. I didn't rush, just took my time getting ready, had a bit of breakfast, and then started my day. It was a nice start, actually. Slow, but nice. Good. Now keep going. Add one more thing. Anything. Even one extra sentence. What are you doing this week? This week is pretty full. I have work, of course, a few things to get done, and I'm trying to keep up with my English practice. And it's going well, I think. I want to finish the week feeling good about it and not too tired. Good. Now, what would make this week a good week for you? Keep going. How do you feel right now, in this moment? Right now, I feel pretty good, actually. A little focused. I've been doing this practice and I feel more confident. I notice I keep going more than before, and that is real progress. It really does. Keep going. One more thing about how you feel. Even one sentence. That is enough. 3 topics. Continuous speaking throughout. You use repeat, add, and extend. Probably without noticing. That is what fluency looks like from the inside. Stop for a moment. Think about where you started today. 3 seconds. You weren't sure you could fill it. 5 seconds. You kept finding more. 10 seconds. You surprised yourself. You didn't stop. Even when you weren't sure what to say next. Even when the sentence wasn't perfect. Even when you repeated yourself. You kept going. And do you know what that sounds like to the person listening to you? It sounds like fluency. Not because everything was perfect, not because every sentence was complete, because it never stopped. That unbroken flow, that is what fluency sounds like from the outside. Not vocabulary, not grammar, just the ability to keep going. Day 16, you started without hesitation. Day 17, you didn't stop once you started. That is fluency. And that is day 17. Day 16, you removed the gap before speaking. Day 17, you removed the gap inside speaking. Now, go to the comments and type, if you didn't stop today, comment. Day 17 done. I keep going. Those 3 words, I keep going. That is the identity. Not someone who stops when it gets hard. Someone who keeps going. Write it, mean it. And if you want, tell me one thing you said today that surprised you. One moment where you kept talking and didn't expect to. I read every comment. And if you want to follow the full 30-day journey, the complete playlist and schedule are in the pinned comment below. Now, day 18. Day 17, you kept going. Day 18, we make the flow even smoother. Because there is a difference between speaking continuously and speaking naturally. And day 18 is the bridge between the two. See you in day 18. Keep speaking. Keep going. Don't break your streak.